This is probably the most attention that the Marianne Williamson presidential campaign will ever get, and it's indicative of what's going on the primary side of the Democratic Party. Each is trying to be a little more outrageous to get attention. When I look at my colleague Alexandria's comments, I would certainly agree that the conditions in a lot of these border processing centers are horrible. It is the worst state of the human condition that I have ever witnessed, and the second worst state was an unair-conditioned AIDS clinic in Haiti. And so this is pretty bad, but we should never compare the challenges that we face today to the extermination of 6 million Jews. And when we do that, when we invoke the Holocaust or concentration camps with great frequency, then it undermines and trivializes the true horror that existed at that time. And so I hope that Democrats will agree with the Trump administration's $4.2 billion request for humanitarian assistance, and then rather than sensationalizing around bad conditions, we could actually make them better for people.
Well, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, you mentioned her controversial comments, and she did not back down from those. In fact, she doubled down on them with this tweet saying, quote, "We are calling these camps what they are because they fit squarely in an academic consensus and definition. History will be kind to those who stood up to this injustice," she writes. "So say what you will, kids are dying, and I'm not here to make people feel comfortable about that." And that, of course, is after she received a lot of backlash for referencing those detention centers and comparing them to concentration camps, Congressman.
Well, Sandra, in politics, many of us can use language that goes over the line. I'm certainly not immune to that. Had to apologize for it on this show a time or two, as a matter of fact. But I think that when we do make mistakes, we need to own up to them and clarify our remarks. And as you pointed out, that's not what Alexandria did. When it comes to children dying, let me give you a sad reality. A lot of children are going to die over the increasing temperatures in the summer months in Arizona and Texas and other border states because we don't have the facilities to house people inside. And when you put people on 120-degree concrete and then put a blue tarp over their head, it's simply insufficient to maintain vulnerable human life. And that's why I just don't understand. Like, I know there's a lot of disagreement about the wall and asylum laws, but why is it that Democrats are opposing the president's request at least to have the humanitarian assistance so that we don't have these deaths? It sort of makes me wonder whether or not politicizing the deaths is, by some deemed a better option than actually preventing them by working with the administration. I certainly hope that's not the case.
Well, we know that political debate will continue.